ignorant industries as we continue exploring how we can grow as entrepreneurs. Today we're going to look at the top 5 podcasts that all entrepreneurs should be listening to. Top 5 podcasts entrepreneurs should be listening to. Now, these are my top 5. They are not in any order other than being the top 5 of the ones I listen to. Let's start off with our first one. Number 5, the Ray Edwards podcast. Ray Edwards is out of the Pacific Northwest, has a background in radio, and has grown his business entrepreneurially through coaching, through various products that he has put out. But his value of his podcast goes so far beyond entrepreneurial stuff. He gives you a lot of life lessons, a lot of ways to grow, a lot of things to challenge. Ray is struggling with Parkinson's and talking about how he can defeat that disease that everyone says can't be defeated. Ray is working hard against that. He offers so much free content. Yes, he will take your money. He is an entrepreneur, but his value in his free content is fantastic. I suggest you check out rayedwards.com. Subscribe to the Ray Edwards podcast. Listen in. It will have a significant impact on you and your entrepreneurial skills and your life. Next one, the Cliff Ravenscraft show. Now, Cliff started out, he'll tell you, and you'll hear his story, as he started out doing insurance with the family business. Kind of stumbled into podcasting through the show Lost. He and his wife had a very popular podcast. Through that, people started looking to him as the podcaster guy. Actually, he started a business called Podcast Answer Man and was consulting on how to do podcasts and getting people started. This goes way back. If you know when the show Lost was out, that's when he was really started to get big. Podcast Answer Man continued to grow, and he continued to move out beyond simply being the podcast answer man. And now he has put all that behind him. About a year, maybe a year and a half ago, he dropped the whole business of podcast answer man and become the mindset answer man, helping people to change their mindsets. Cliff, again, goes far beyond simply being a business or entrepreneurial podcast. He helps folks to move past their mindset, their belief system that is holding them back. Cliff Ravenscraft is an excellent podcast. I suggest you check out the Cliff Ravenscraft show, the Mindset Answer Man. Google that and you'll find his podcast. All right, the third one to look at would be the Pat Flynn Show. His podcast, the name of his podcast is the Smart Passive Income Podcast, SPI. Pat does an excellent job in showing people how to find smart income passively, but he goes beyond that and helping people learn the basics of life. Pat Flynn is an excellent podcaster. You'll get a lot of value from him. As a matter of fact, he's got a second podcast that he does where he does online live coaching with people. People call in and apply for coaching, and then he will coach them live, or well, not so much live, it's recorded, but it's an actual coaching call that he gives them for free, and you get to listen in for free. Excellent content on starting your business or expanding your business. That is Pat Flynn. If you go to Smart Passive Income, you can check out Pat's podcast there. Highly recommended. Hundreds of episodes. Number 2, the fourth one, or number 2 as you're counting, depending how you count, is one I listen to every day called Marketing School. These two guys get on there every day, give you a nugget to use, 4 or 5 minutes, maybe a little more, depending on the day. They offer their content for free. Most of the stuff you would pay for this kind of coaching. Marketing School teaches you something very simple, very basic. Every single day, they have a podcast putting out there for you to grow in your business, in your marketing business specifically, how to market it, some ideas. Now, I'll be honest, sometimes it's stuff that's way over my head. but most of the time it is excellent stuff that takes you the next step in your marketing of your business. And the first one or fifth one, depending how you're counting, is Side Hustle School. Chris Guillebeau has been doing this now for 2.5 years, every day putting out a podcast where he gives you the background on somebody who started a side hustle. I think the other rule is they have to have made $500 in this side hustle. Many of these folks go on to make it their full-time job, but he doesn't make that a requirement. The idea is that this started as a side hustle, something you were interested in, that took you beyond that. The number of ideas that I've gotten out of this podcast is in the dozens. Ideas and things to try, things to improve. He put out a book, just came out, called 100 Side Hustles, I believe. You can check below for the link. That link is an affiliate link through Amazon, as all my links are below there. The Side Hustle School is an excellent podcast to help you grow in simple, basic stuff, give you ideas, maybe things you hadn't thought about, teach you about websites and services that you might not have been aware of. I highly recommend Chris Guillebeau's Side Hustle School. That was the name of the book, too, that started the podcast, Side Hustle School. Check that out as well. So those 5 podcasts, The Ray Edwards Show, Cliff Ravenscraft Show, Pat Flynn's Smart Passive Income Marketing School, and Side Hustle School. Excellent. And here's your bonus, Amy Porterfield's podcast. Amy Porterfield is a woman who has started in her business about 10 years ago, does fantastic trainings. Again, like Ray Edwards, so much of her content is free. It's excellent. Yes, she will take your money, but she gives so much content for free. I highly recommend Amy Porterfield's podcast. All these links are below. That's your bonus. Amy Porterfield. Check out all those podcasts. Thanks for listening in today to Ignorant Industries as we help you go from not knowing to knowing and growing. Take it easy.